Well, we decided to come out here to welcome the Mercy to Southern California, specifically here to Los Angeles. We are in need of it being here, and we also wanted to bring our daughter out so she can see history in the making.
What's your thought on this whole pandemic?
Well, it is very serious, and unfortunately it's worsening as the days progress. So we need to continue to have universal precautions and continue to stay at home and have personal hygiene and home hygiene and caring for ourselves and for our neighbors. The hospitals are still open. Our clinic will be open starting Monday. So in the midst of all this darkness and negativity and illness and death, there are some positive aspects as well. The hospitals are open. They're taking care of people. People are getting better. The people that are staying home and taking care of themselves and their families, they are improving. They just have to make sure that they stay nestled in their homes until that quarantine time is over. But there is some positiveness out there, and I would hope that the people that in this community don't forget that part of it all as well.
And how old are you?
I'm 11.
11. And from an 11-year-old perspective, what does this mean to you?
I guess it's kind of crazy that all this is happening and that I get to witness this happening. And it's kind of like a cool experience to be witnessing history.
We've never ever seen anything like this, and I see the head shaking, so I'm going to quickly move over here because I want to get your thoughts on just this whole thing.
Yeah, this is actually pretty scary to see how the whole nation has stopped and how everyone's being affected in so many tremendous ways. It's scary.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
I never imagined anything like it. I never seen anything like it. No.
Tell me something. Right now, there is a ban on funerals. And we know that a lot of people have had to cancel their weddings. So how do you feel having a young person? How do you feel about people not being able to have funerals and those that have had to cancel their weddings?
It's devastating. It's devastating. I've also heard how people, when they're dying from the COVID-19, they die in isolation. There's no one there to say goodbye or to lead them in their next life. And that to me is such a devastating situation. Never imagined anything ever that I could even witness anything like this. I can't imagine how this is going to end up. We're just in Los Angeles, we're just barely grabbing onto this, and it's devastating. It's happening in Italy, everywhere else, but now we're in that climbing of the peak, and I can't imagine this happening.
Yeah, and for the United States now to be the number one, leading the flock, what does that say to you?
I'm not really sure how to take that, other than the fact that it was just our turn. This is a huge nation. Physically, it's a huge nation. And I think that society in general, we were probably underestimating what was going to occur. Until now we started realizing that the numbers were starting to rise, and now everyone's being overly precautious when unfortunately it may be too late. The trend probably won't turn around probably for another few more weeks.
Right. So are you telling me that we're in this for another few more weeks?
We'll probably be in this for another couple of months, easily. Now I would hope that, remember, the trend is going up, but it has to plateau, and then the trend has to come down. So even as the trend is dropping, there are still cases occurring. They're just not occurring as often as when they were initially. So I foresee that this is probably going to be going on for another couple months, easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how are you guys handling the quarantine part of it?
Well, we've been at home enjoying it. We took the time to enjoy our forced vacation, and we're just doing some projects around the house and spending some quality time together. We're cooking every day, which is a plus. So there are always some pluses to some negative issues that are occurring around us, but we're making the best of it. And I'm in the medical field, so I'll probably be starting work again on Monday. And we'll make sure that to leave the little ladies home, and I have to make sure I take care of myself so I can come home safely.
I heard something on Ryan Seacrest's show this morning about they were giving free Crocs. Did you guys see that for everybody that's in the medical field? They just announced it earlier, right before I left. And so you want to be sure that you go onto their site to see they're giving away, I want to say, 3,000 pairs a day. So it's a huge, huge effort that they're doing. And I could have that wrong. It could be 30,000. It's a huge number because they want everybody to have them because they know that you guys are on your feet a lot. And so they want to make sure that you're comfortable as you service all of us. And I appreciate your service. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome.
Yeah, that's a huge thing that there's still some people that have to go and be of service to other people. I see also where there's an 85% decline at LAX, where people are not traveling as much. The traffic has decreased, but the increase in the grocery stores has been out of this world. So talk to me a little bit about your experience and what you've witnessed going to the Ralphs and the Bonds and the Smart and Final or wherever you shop. Like, what have you seen there?
Well, fortunately, our local Vons in our neighborhood has done quite well in getting us in and getting us out as quickly as possible. So they're doing their universal precautions as well as the recommendations by the state and the feds. So they seem to be moving us in and out okay. It's really astonishing for me to see how the shelves are empty, and they continue to be empty, and they don't have to be empty. So I would hope that trend will also go in a downhill spiral and we can get everything back to normal again with our regular shopping as we need to.
Is he the spokesperson for the family? Yeah, you have such a great attitude. And I don't know if it's because of your training, but your outlook is so positive and it's very much needed. Would you like to say anything to the families who've lost a loved one, or to the ones that are having to deal with a loved one that's in isolation right now?
Yes, this is something that is very, very devastating, not just on an individual level, but at a local, a state, a federal level. All of us are impacted by this in a negative way, one way or another. And what I can say is there is hope. We just need to be patient. We need to take care of ourselves as best we can, listen to the professionals that are speaking to us on the radio and on television, and they know what they're saying, and take heed to what they're saying, and we'll all get through this together. For those who have lost a loved one, my condolences and my prayers are to you and all of your families, your extended families. We wish all of you a peace in these trying times, and make certain to know that the Lord is with us. Also want to do a shout out to the PA program, the PAs that are out there in the community, all my fellow colleagues, my PA dinosaur friends, and also to the up-and-coming PAs. Stay strong, and remember, this is what we came to school for.
When you say PAs, where?
Physician assistants. Our school is primary care, so we practice general medicine from 3-day-old babies to 98-year-old babies and everything in between. So all those that are out there in the medical field, I salute you, and those that are up and coming, ready to be graduating soon, I salute you as well. And we expect you to come out here in the force and join us to take care of take care of our community. Just an FYI, I am USC alumni, Keck Medical School, behind General Hospital, behind LA County. So fight on! Fight on!
Fight on, that's right. That's what we have to do right now.